All the way from Queens, ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. We got Cormega up in here, y'all. Welcome, brother. How you feeling? Back at it again?
Yeah, it's all good.
The heat, as always.
Oh man,
This shit crazy, right?
Vegas.
You know, I'll tell y'all, I'm from Jersey. Of course, he's from Queens. I'd rather do the humidity. I'd rather take the humidity back east than this dry shit.
So we're gonna switch it to Miami or something?
You know, Miami is horrible right now. What you talking about? That's a different humidity.
All right, so we staying.
That's the Cuban humidity. It's crazy thick in the air. I tried to rub the lotion off my body and it wouldn't come off. That's bad. I get out the shower here, I'm dry as hell. Take a couple steps, man. It's crazy. But welcome, yo. Let's get straight to it. Ewing Athletics. How did this partnership, this collaboration come into play? Because this is a unique pairing right here. How did Ewing Athletics team up, man?
Well, it's weird because you know, I'm from New York, Knicks fan, love Patrick Ewing.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I'm still a Knicks fan. You know what I mean? So,
what's your boy Nature say? I went to games as a Knicks fan. They had Strickland. They traded him. Ever since then, son, I hated him.
I still like the Knicks though. Shout out to Nature. Anyway, the president of Ewing wanted to do something with me. He's a big hip hop fan. So he wanted to do something and people reached out to me. And I debated on whether I wanted to do it or not. And I checked out the brand and I checked out what they had to offer. And I did one. And they did well. So this is the second one.
What I like about Ewing Athletics, for those that don't know, they've been teaming up with a lot of hip hop. CNN, well, shout out to Capone. They dropped the War Report joints. I seen them collab with a couple other rappers too. Now, did they approach you to like collaborate, or did you hit them up?
Who that, Ewing?
Yeah.
They hollered at me.
They came to you. My man Dave?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense, because me and him rapped. He said he was a huge Violator fan. He said he was a fan of yours as well.
He's a hip hop fan.
Absolutely, I thought that was dope. So, did you play a part in the actual colorway and stuff like this with this particular sneaker?
I do a lot of clothes, collaborations. So everything I do. Like I got something to do with a lot of the creative aspects of it.
So what I found out about you is that it's safe to say you're a sneakerhead. Who are some of your go-to kicks over the years? Just some of your favorite kicks of all time over the years.
Suede Pumas, the baskets, Stan Smiths, Air Force Ones, J's, Gucci sneakers when they first came out, Air Max 87s, Air Max 95s, you know.
Said the 87s. I don't hear too many people talk about them joints.
New Balance. I like all kicks. It's all about, it's not so much about the kick, it's about how much style you got. Because if you don't know how to dress, you're going to make it look corny. But if you got style, you can take something that's normal and make it look dope. So, like in New York, Converse, the Converse that everybody wear, the canvas ones,
yeah,
they used to give you those free in jail. Like a lot of violators from New York, you know, they used to call those air patakis. Like if you get robbed on Rikers Island back in the day, they would give you Converses, because they wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Pro Keds was the cool one back in the day to the urban people. So Converse is like giveaways, and then now they're back in, so you don't get them free in jail. So I'm just into sneakers.
I think my favorite pair of kicks, I was a Penny Hardaway fan.
Penny had fire and Barkley.
The Air Penny ones, the regular colorway, the original foams, the blue joints, and like the first 3 pennies were like my favorites of that bunch. And I don't really get too much into Jordans, but like 11, 12, 13, probably those was like my favorite of the J's. You got a favorite Jordan? It's always a debate.
Well, I like the one talking about grown man. But I like the 5s a lot. But I have Jordan from 1 to 23. They were supposed to stop at 23, but they kept them going. But I got from 1 to 23. But now, in hindsight, a lot of Jordans were ugly. We just bought them because of the hype, I guess.
This is very true. I'm so glad you're saying this. This is very true.
So, yeah. So now I look back. The reason, a few years ago, Nike did something where they was like supporting, they did something to support the police during the time when we was going through a lot of civil issues with the police. And I stopped wearing Nike at that time. So during that time, it gave me a chance to appreciate other brands. And I just started wearing Nike again like 3 years later. But during that time, I promised myself I wasn't gonna wear Nike because I got to stand for something. So during that time, I started really appreciating other sneakers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, New Balance has a lot to offer, Adidas. Every sneaker has fire. But then I started really looking at J's, and I was like, wow, like some of these were really ugly. We just liked them because Michael Jordan was so dope, just wanted to be like Mike.
Yeah, he was alright. Mm-hmm. He wasn't bad. He was decent.
He had his moments.
As a Knicks fan, how difficult is it to watch the organization as it is from what it was?
I'm black, I struggled all my life.
How big of a Patrick Ewing fan were you, being a Knicks fan?
I was a big Patrick Ewing. I was a Patrick Ewing fan when he was a Hoyer Destroyer.
Oh, wow.
Georgetown.
Man.
So, when I was young, I was hustling. The first expensive sneakers I bought was the Adidas Rivalry. That was Patrick Ewing's first sneaker.
Can you, for a quick second, put your social media out there for everybody so we can come like live tweet and cats can post something up on Instagram while they're going live and stuff like that. Like, put your social media out there real quick.
I am Cormega. At Instagram, at Twitter, and that's pretty much it. I got Facebook, but I forgot. I don't even fuck with it like that.
I don't blame you.
Instagram is I am Cormega, and Twitter.
So let's talk about music, man. What's going on? What's in the works with Mr. Mega right now? You got something in the tuck, something you're working on, you taking a break, pause for the cause. Like, what's going on with you right now?
Alright, right now, well, you know, I put out the Mega EP a few months ago. Right now, I'm really trying to finish up some projects. I'm writing to a lot of music from Havoc, and I'm writing to some other production, Street Runner, and a few other producers. I'm supposed to be making Legal Hustle Part 2, the first compilation I made. And I'm just working on, I'm trying to drop another like secret project probably this year. But other than that, the sneaker, I'm trying to finish another book. And I'm doing a 90s party in New York on September 1st, Labor Day weekend. So that's what I'm getting into now, just other stuff.
What is your fondest memory of the late Chris Lighty that you can share with us?
Chris Lighty. There's a lot of fondness about Chris. Chris had one of those smiles. If you know Chris, you know he had like a certain smile that just makes you feel comfortable. He was driven. Chris is a businessman, but he had gangster in him too. One time, there was an artist, and the artist was a very big artist. And the artist was supposed to show up for something. And
you don't want to share the name of the artist?
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
So the artist was supposed to show up for something. And I'll let the artist tell the story one day. It's a girl. So I guess the artist didn't know Chris is from the Bronx at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So the artist, basically Chris kicked the door in. Chris went to the person's crib and kicked the door in and made the person come to do what they had to do. So that was a gangster moment. But other than that, Chris was that dude, man. Chris taught me a lot. We had a crazy relationship like Billy Martin and well, you gotta be from New York. Like the Yankees fans, Billy Martin had a crazy relationship with George Steinberg, whatever the hell his name is. So Chris is like a big brother. Like he'll humble you, like you'll be feeling yourself, but he'll tell you some shit that humbles you. So like there's times when I was feeling confident, he'll say some shit that made me like, damn. So I always wanted to prove shit to Chris, right? He's that type of dude. And I never forget, he made me go on a DMX first tour. That what was it?
Survival of the
Illmatic.
Illmatic, yeah.
I was on that tour because Chris Lighty told me to go on that tour. And it was a good thing. I'm glad I did it. It changed the way I see the world. And you know, so there's so many stories about Chris. I don't even know where to start, but I will say this.
You was actually on the Survival of the Illest bonus CD that came with DMX's first album. I remember that.
Yeah.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Def Jam put out the bonus disc that came with them Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And Survival of the Illest, you was on it. That's Killer's theme. They put a snippet of Killer's theme on it.
Yeah.
There you go. But go ahead. I had a fan moment. Don't mind me.
It's all right. But Chris taught me a lot about the business because at the end of the day, I was signed a Violator / Def Jam. So I was Chris's artist. And labels are competitive. There were people competing with Chris, you know what I'm saying? So it really, you know, I was being held back. And towards the end, when I wanted to get off the whole Def Jam situation, Chris didn't give me no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I respected that. And my first record deal when I got it with Chris, one day I said, maybe last year I said it. I said, you never heard an artist say Chris jerked them. For you to be an executive in a rap game and you never heard an artist say that you jerked them, that's tremendous.
Word.
So that says a lot about his character.
Let me backtrack. How did you and Chris even meet? Like how did he even discover you as an artist? I would like to know that story.
Well, I had one of the biggest buzzes in rap history. When I came home, Queensbridge was on fire. Illmatic came out, and Infamous came out. And then I had a buzz, because previous to me going to jail, I was buzzing. Marley Marl had a situation for me. So my friend worked at Bad Boy. So when I came home, Puffy knew about me. I had a meeting with Puffy, not his A&R, not his assistants, but Puffy. So it was mad labels trying to sign me. And then Chris got involved because he seen the buzz. And then the Firms thing was making noise. So Chris was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So I went up there, I met with him, I kicked it. I went up to Def Jam one day. I had 2 meetings with Def Jam. I had a meeting with Chris and I had a meeting with somebody else. Because like at the time I had like 20 labels trying to sign me. But the reason Chris got me, like I said, Chris is like a businessman with a street mentality. He's like, this dude just came home, he knew that. So he gave me 5 raps just to do a demo. So who's not gonna take that? You know what I'm saying? So I did my demo, and after that I still had labels trying to holler at me. I ended up signing with Violator because at that time I had the biggest record deal for like a new cat. I had $250,000. They gave me $250,000. That was unheard of at that time. And we do research, so that's how that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Now you touched something with Queensbridge, and we got other New Yorkers in here, and
the Queensbridge in here, Travis. That guy right there from Queensbridge.
Okay.
And Queensbridge everywhere.
You said, and I quote, to me, some months ago, Queens is the most impactful borough in the history of New York City hip hop. Do you still stand by that?
100%.
Even as influential as the Bronx was.
I'll get to all of that. And I'm not speaking from a biased perspective.
Can you elaborate for the people here because that conversation was between me and you. Can
It ain't no more, obviously.
Can you share with them why you say that?
Oh God, all right. Do a commercial break. Let me run it back real quick. It's gonna take a minute. Pause, press pause and think. This ain't gonna take long.
The reason why I brought that up is after I thought about what you said and did my research and actually let it marinate, I came to the conclusion that you were right. That you were absolutely right. If you can a little bit, break down your reasoning why you say that about the borough of Queens.
Okay, I'll break it down for you. So, I think every borough contributed to hip hop. And it's not just boroughs also, we got Long Island and then we got upstate, Westchester, etc., right? Out of the five boroughs was the four boroughs actually, because Staten Island came in the 90s. No, matter of fact, I'm wrong about that, because they had 470s. They had 470s, so let me correct myself. So that's right, Staten Island was impactful too. Alright, so when you think of the Bronx, you think of, they had the incredible Melly Mel, KRS-One, Slick Rick, some of my favorites, you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn had their impact, Manhattan, but the thing that made me realize Queens, and I lived in different boroughs too, so it's not like I'm biased. So the reason why I realized Queens was most impactful is for this. First of all, when rap first came out, came out with I Need Love. That took rap somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So you got them two guys. And then the work that Russell put in at Def Jams enabled them to have other artists. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one area of Queens. Right? Then you get to like the Corona area of Queens. You got Herbie Lovebug. You think of the most symbolic rap group. They said Run DMC was like the Beatles. When you think of the most symbolic female rappers, Salt and Pepper was the standard. That was Queens, right? When you think about, like it's always like Queens is always like the one that reinvigorate the genre. Even like KRS-One, when he was recording some of his first album, and the second album, he was recording in Queens, Power Play Studios. Now let's get back to Queens Bridge. Marley Marl revolutionized producing, sampling, etc., etc. Like it wasn't done like that prior to him. Marley Marl put out the Shantae's Revenge for UTFO. That became the first hip hop battle in hip hop history. Like no mainstream one, also became the first female mainstream artist. So Shantae set the standard for females. Salt and Pepper set the standard. Marley Marl set the standard for producers, right? That was the early '80s. By the mid '80s, the rapper that changed the whole game, that changed everything for everybody, that made some of the other pioneers seem dated, was Rakim. Rakim got put on by Eric B, who's from Queens. And they recorded Rakim's first songs in Marley Marl's apartment in Queensbridge. Right? So that's Rakim and Eric B. KRS-One piggybacked off Shan's song The Bridge, made the South Bronx, and then made The Bridge Was Over. If Shan didn't respond to him, he definitely did. Come on, we're not making it about the boroughs, man. We're making it about him. No, we're not gonna do that today. Shan said that. KRS-One even said that.
It's funny you say that because on live right now, the dude B1 time is saying Cormega fuck that. Brooklyn is the most impactful borough.
Listen, I'm not here. Tell that dude I'm not trying to hit him right now. I didn't even know y'all was on live. This is my story. He can tell his story. He can tell his story in his own place. I'm just telling you what it is, man. Alright,
So good.
let me finish my story. Rakim is called the God MC for a reason. He changed the genre, he changed shit.
Definitely.
Queens had an impact on that, right? The next MC that was considered like Rakim was Nas. And he's from Queens. And when the South was dominating, the next dude that carried us was 50 Cent. He's from Queens. Then we got and then Queens had the most diverse rappers. When I say diverse, I mean Tribe Called Quest, Onyx, Salt and Pepper, Coogee Rap, Shan, Mark Deep. Like, it's all different kind of raps. That's all symbolic, and it's just not up for debate. We're not even, and you just said Nicki Minaj. We talking about, it's so many people that I can name. Pharoah Monch is so many people that I can name. And mind you, I was born in Brooklyn. And I lived in the Bronx. So we're not doing that, just Queen Pride. I'm talking some real shit.
Word.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If my kids are in a talent show and there's some kids that's better, I'm gonna say them kids are better. I'm gonna love my kids more, but those kids are better. Just what it is.
I don't know about that.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Oh, man.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, after I did my research and really just sat on it for a while,
Yo.
I couldn't front on everything you said. I can't front on what you're saying right now.
They had the best girls in Queens.
And that too. Nah, every borough got some chicks though. But even there's another brother that I mentioned earlier, but yo, who lasted like LL Cool J?
Nah, that's for real.
From the 80s to the 2000s.
Right. That's for real.
And I'm not even talking about the slept-on dudes from Queens. There's dudes I didn't even mention. Coogee Rap is one of the best rappers ever.
Talk about it.
Like, there are people that's called GOATs that couldn't really stand next to. It's like boxing. There's some boxers that are the best, but there's some boxers they don't want to step in the ring with. As much as I love whoever I love as my favorite rappers, in my mind I'm like, could they really fuck with Coogee Rap? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody that's really into lyrics, because some people into rap for different reasons, but if you're into lyrics, Coogee Rap is like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So I think every borough made hip hop great, but the Queen's impact is undeniable. It's just undeniable.
My man, Professor Mega. You didn't do a course, man. The way you broke that shit down, in all the levels, that was dope, man. Shout out to Professor Mega. So, we about to get to this unveiling. What should we expect from what we're about to see with the colors and maybe you can speak a little bit on the input that you had on putting this sneaker together.
All right, what's my man that won't put that Violator shirt, the gray one? What's my man?
You talking about Chris Ali? He just walked out the front door.
So Chris, this is gonna be funny. So what you say? What's the question again?
What can you tell? What can we expect? What we about to see from the sneaker that you did with Ewing Athletics, and what kind of input did you have on putting this joint together?
Well, the first Ewing that I did was based off of the Ewing 33 High, which was his first one when he went independent, and then the second one I wanted to make it more. I wanted a sleeker, sportier version, and I wanted to do it in a colorway that reflected what I like, you know what I'm saying? Nice. I wanted it to be simple, and I wanted it to be something that grown people could appreciate as well as young people, you know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing worse than seeing a grown man trying to look young, you know what I'm saying? Like, with dumb colors on, like looking crazy. I didn't want it to look crazy. So I wanted to do something that I would wear and that grown people want to wear as well as young people, you know what I'm saying?
Did the Mega album cover have any influence at all?
Nah, the Mega, when I did the Mega EP, I did that only specifically for the fans because I was taking long with my album, with my real album, and I promised, I didn't want to be the boy who cried wolf. Like I kept saying I'm gonna put out an album, and I didn't come with it the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Because I was waiting on a producer, and I didn't want to keep coming up with excuses. So the Mega joint, the Mega EP, we made that on some old. I just did it for the fans, so it had nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying?
So this is what I want everybody to do now. I want everybody to get up with your phones right now and gather around the stage with your phones. Hashtag Cormega Ewing Athletics. And we're going to gather around the phone when we pull off the Ewing shirt and put this joint in. And oh, I can't forget, when is it actually dropping? When is the sneaker actually
comes out next month. So basically this is the this the unveiling. Nobody ever seen this sneaker except y'all. And well, I can't say except y'all now with all these phones and shit out. But y'all the first people to see this this Cormega Ewing collaboration right here.
Alright, bet. So everybody get your phones out.
Where's Chris Ali at?
I'm thinking out in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, everybody get your phones out, man. Hashtag Cormega Ewing Athletics. Go ahead and do your thing, brother. Let them know what it's called, and you can go ahead and pull that off the front whenever you're ready, man.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, I need Chris Ali to be here. I need Chris Ali.
Did somebody go out?
Somebody
Did he leave, Floyd?
No, he left.
Yeah, oh yeah, he left.
Who's out?
You need me to call him?
Alright, forget it. If he's going, it's over. Alright. Alright, let me see. You ready?
I'm ready when you're ready.
Alright.
Wait, hold on.
You want me to do a little countdown? Or is that?
Whatever you want to do.
Alright, cool. So we're about to unveil the new sneaker collaboration with Cormega and Ewing Athletics in 3, 2, 1.
Now, thank y'all for coming out, and respect to Violator, man. I made it a priority to be here, because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. The V is forever, man.
Much love.
So, thank you everybody for coming out, and enjoy yourself, everybody.
Oh man, show this man some love, ladies and gentlemen. Cormega, new sneaker, Ewing Athletics.